Do we wanna get rocked?
Hey everybody, Western Dirt Concepts here. We're kicking off the outdoor season up here at St. Louis Dirt Burners for the Mugen 2025 Midwest Championship Series. It's the first round, so it's been a little bit of a rough spring, a lot of rain, 2.5 floods. So team powered through it though, and it looks like we're racing. It's still the end of April, so not too bad. So anyway, today got some really fun stuff on deck for you. All right, today I'm going to be debuting the new classic RC company JW12 12 high performance engine for Nitro stadium truck applications. This is a really cool engine. Here, we'll go ahead and take a look at it. All right, check out that bad boy. This thing makes some serious power. I can't wait to get on the track and show you guys what it can do. Man, it just idles so good. The tuning on this thing is phenomenal. So it's kind of hard to articulate that over a video, but you can trust me, when you guys get your hands on this, you're going to be highly impressed with the tunability, responsiveness of this carburetor. It is definitely the best 12 small block carburetor that I've ever used. So anyway, let's take a look at the track. You can kind of see here's the podium area. Got a lot of people getting practicing. How you doing? Take a look at the track. Oh, it just looks phenomenal. Perfect track conditions for practice. So let's get out there and get a little bit of practice in. There's a big crowd up here right now. So here we go. Oh my God. All right, got a little practice in with the gas truck as well as both of my Mugen A-scale buggies. So far, engine, just super impressed with it. I'm gonna save a lot of my feedback for you until after this race day, so I have full time to digest it. But I will say this thing is an absolute ripper, and it's actually surprisingly very easy to drive. It's a lot easier to drive than my OS12 that I'm running. So, you know, despite having a significant amount more horsepower, it's just a lot smoother. So, man, it's gonna be a tough truck to beat today. Hopefully I can keep it in one piece, and we'll see how it goes. So, all right, let's just take a closer look at this thing. You can see here, it's got a low profile head. In your hand, it's definitely feels a little bit lighter than the OS. Carburetor on it, you can see here, is, here we go. The carburetor has a composite fuel nipple, so it's interesting. But you know, as I said, I'm gonna leave a lot of my feedback here till after the race day. So in addition to 10-scale gas truck, I'm also running both A-scale buggy classes, so e-buggy and Nitro buggy. I have a Mugen MBX8R Eco and MBX8R Nitro buggy, powered with ProTech horsepower, Hobbywing speed control, ProTech batteries, J-Concepts tires, body, wing, other accessories. You know, Delicious Designs paint. So great way to kick off the year. Looking forward to it. Let's go. All right, we got 8 entries in gas truck here, so yeah, let's get it going. Get some warm-up laps going. I'm ready.
So we got a race on the way. We got Wes out there running his flat powered 10-scale truck. Wes been pushing this class for a while, trying to get it to blow up. This one's got old school RC out here. This is the original Nitro class. Down the straightaway. JW12 4 seconds behind Chris. Chris 8.8 behind Wes. Wes making a road race out of this.
Wes started early somehow.
9-second lead for your leader. Chris White 4 seconds over Joe Melvin. Joe Melvin about 2 seconds over Ernie.
Warm-up lap.
You'll just tap in. More than 30 left to go. Your leader down the line. Pace for Wes. 9.509. 9.525 for Chris Light. Only 2 cars in their 9-lap pace. Melvin, Ernie, Brian, Rob, and Mike all a little bit slower. Fourth battles to come. Later on, you guys be starting heads up.
They'll be on, Jack.
That's when the
They're
mayhem
a head
comes.
start somehow.
When they kick out Wes going into the first corner, 1 minute left.
Watch your corner.
With West out qualified the field by 15 seconds, we will reverse the field. This was fun.
You look like it's some rare tires. What'd you run? Are you running a whole shot? No.
Right. Second place truck and a little trouble coming along this straightaway. So the truck hit 20 seconds back. From West out front.
All right, round one of gas trucks over. Got the TQ locked up. Man, this new engine performs so strong. Yeah, we'll just put it in the clean room. So, anyway, on to the next one.
Leader, a little bit of trouble, 31.9. Slows his pace down considerably. 11.510. Nitro Gomez can come here and call the next two races, please.
Round one E-buggies over, 80 E-buggies in the field, good heat. Made too many mistakes, got tangled up with traffic, so I'm sitting on mid-pack. So we're going to get a better run. It's heads up heat for the next round, so if I can win that, I can bump up to the B heat, and then actually I can still technically run to the main event if I want to do that. So I'm still in the running, just definitely a tall way to get there. So we'll see how it goes. All right, next up we have A-scale Nitro buggy. Again, deep field. So got to put in a really clean run on this first round of time qualifying before we get into the heads up heats. So we'll see how it goes. All right, round one of qualifying is over. Nitro buggy. Unfortunately, I'm kind of an idiot and I forgot to press record before the race. But man, put down a pretty good run. Made a couple little mistakes and it was just enough to set me back 3 positions. So I think I'm right about top 10 or so. So can't complain with that. I think I got a little bit more pace than me, but you know, just have to run a really clean run. It's super stacked here. There's 223 inches. Anyway, as you can see with the track right now, it's just starting to groove up. So it's just real slick when that happens, you know, until the groove fully sets in. So I got gas truck up next, and that is going to be extremely challenging to drive. Two-wheel drive, nitro fairing truck, and transitioning back surface. So you know, just gonna have to drive really conservative and you know, just try to keep it between the tubes. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, here's a quick look at the track, so you can kind of see it's starting to get a groove already. But it's just not a real deep groove. It's not. It's kind of slicked off. It's not real grainy yet. I think that it's probably going to take another round of qualifying before it gets there. So you know, we'll see. So anyway, gas truck's up next. Let's go. Put some warm laps in. Oh, it's slick. Very extra slick.
Two minutes left.
Oh, Marshall!
Come on. 1:45 to go. We got Rob out in front of West. I think that's right, so. One minute left. Got West out front, followed by Ron, Chris Wagg, Ernie Dane, Rob, Joe Melvin, Brian, Mike Arnold, and Joshua. 45 seconds left to go.
Get it off the track! Push!
The second quest to go. We've West got some cars on the same lap as me this time. We got West, Ronnie, and Chris all on a 8-lap run here. 9-lap run. Ronnie, Chris, Robin, Joe.
Crispy bacon done. Ronnie Van's done.
Still waiting on a few guys.
Mikey done.
Mike Arnold's done.
Rob Schweitzer done.
Rob,
Westmeyer
Clayton,
done.
West. We're about to go.
All right, qualifying's over for gas truck. TQ round 2. Had a little bit of tuning issues, but it was definitely out there. We had a weather change. I guess it was the pressure. As well as the humidity significantly dropped. And I did compensate for it on the box, but it's different once you actually get the truck, on the track and tune. So anyway, need to go a significant amount more lean on 5 hours.
And I would
the top end was just about so it's about so out of that. Yeah, that
it wasn't, but it still was
anyway, still was able to TQ though.
I didn't know where it was. I'm like,
getting so slick out there, so it's kind of a
map going, but it's still just awkward. Like,
anyway, I guess we're going to start on the traditional gas truck. So, Nitro buggy, I'm sitting right about top 10. I got that rolling around about 320 or so. E-buggy is up next. I think it's a base P8 or something like that. So, I have to really get running this way down the middle of it. So, we'll see how it goes. Maybe put in a little solid run. So, anyway, as far as setup and tire changes, I'm not making any setup changes because the buggies, I just rebuilt them completely, new drivetrains and everything else, so they need to break that. And I just haven't had enough upgrades on them yet to really break them well. And then also I have my Nitro buggy stuff with digital, so I'm kind of conservative on the right now.
I sit out on that balcony like this.
So really with those, the goal today was just to have fun and get them broken in, and then come back next time.
Oh, about halfway up one of those hills.
We can make it short. Anyway, as far as tires go, I'm running J Concepts, Recons, and Blue Compound. So what I found right now, actually, it's the compound that is critical on the track. It's not necessarily the tread. So you need to be running definitely a J Concepts and Blue Compound no matter what. I think that a Reflex would probably be a little better tire right now, but the problem is there's certain parts of the track that have heavy dust and other parts that are really hard. So I needed something that can still cut through that heavy dust and at least give me a good, stable, solid quality.
Oh, it was,
So
I mean,
went for
the
Recon.
whole day was stuck and I left.
I want to go back on the Recons though for round 2, and we'll see how it goes. So here we go, round 2.
Spin around on its own. After one, we got Adam up front, all by West Chase, and Mike, that's the time the computer calls him in.
Mike Garrett, good. We're talking good. Running judge. West Martin running judge.
All right, here we go.
Free judge.
Fast, everybody's so fast, man.
Crazy.
Alright, e-bike qualifying's over. Had a pretty solid run. Had a couple bad marshals, you know. Because I'm definitely the time. That's actually. We get them next time. Go back in the cars. I'll give them a good faster. So.
There's my
e-buggy. And next we just have the last one Nitro buggy. So I'm gonna go out on the same tires with our new set of J-Con 6 pounds of boot comp. It's gonna be working good. Not gonna fix what isn't broken. So here we go. Hope I can make the show. Alright, qualifying's over, Nitro buggy. Man, had a really good run. It was like 3/10 separation between, I think, like top 3 or 4. Super close. Last lap, couple turns left. Wrecked, of course. So, threw that one away. I'm in the B main. So, B main, Nitro buggy, C main, E buggy. Not great results for them, but you know what? I had a great time. Knocked off a bunch of us. Got my cars broken in. Mission accomplished. That was what I wanted to do. So, we're gonna go out there in the mains, have a good time. Hey, maybe we'll bump. Who knows? So, see how it goes. First thing up though is going to be, well, actually, no, it's going to be later. It is going to be the e-buggy. So, we'll see once qualifying is all wrapped up for the day. So, on a positive note, TQ gas truck, and you know, this motor is super impressive. Performance of it, you know, I feel like you know, I've had no issues at all with the competition. I mean, the truck is probably over a second faster, so pretty impressive. The JW12 from Classic OC Company, outstanding engine. Highly recommend it. So we're going to a deep dive in this after the race.
Less than 5 on the go. 7-minute Nitro race. Senior driver 2-wheel drive. Promise you it's not after running these 4-wheel vehicles. Just like that, West makes up. Oh, great away on Ernie. Ernie's starting with that guy indoor setup. That thing is set up to burn. Holy moly, that car wants to burn.
Double that, dude. Single double.
We got West, Ernie, and Ronnie down the straightaway for the lead. Mike Arnold in the 4th spot, being chased down by Joe Melvin. Chris White in the 4th spot. Here's Mike Arnold, here's Joe Melvin. West trying to get a little gap here. Ernie and Ronnie running right together. Third marshal in the pipe right in front of the leaders. West slowly creeping away. Got 2 to 45 seconds left to go on the track.
Marshall!
We've got West out in front of Ronnie, we've got going on Ernie. All kinds of men in the middle. They're moving on the way. And left will be on Victor and Ronnie will be done.
Ronnie Van's done.
Ronnie comes in for a second place sticker. Top three, man, we got stickers for you guys, in the toolbox or whatever.
Christie's done. Noel's done.
First line gonna come to the three spot.
Ernie team done.
Come get your sticker.
Alright guys, got trucks over. Took the winning amen. So on 2Q and then winning amen. So got a good clutch thing, not ideal. Had a lot of downtime for the team here, so I don't think it's clutch thing. So we'll get that fixed. Pretty cool. We're in the new JW12, which is a high-performance gas truck specific engine, also from a Classic RC company. So I want to thank Jimmy Woodley at Classic RC Company for the opportunity to run this engine tonight, and it's really cool. You know, can't wait till these things are released. You guys are gonna love it. So anyway, on to Nitro man, and I'll see you in the next day.
Gentlemen, quiet. Gentlemen, quiet. That's going to be a little tricky if we get off this time around. Going to start dead last. Oh, God, good. You said, man, that was my hot body. That was a gun. We got left followed by, look at you see something. Left control. Followed by Connor Johnson and JW12. Connor gets it down. Moves around into the three. That's out front. It's going to drive away. This is still the race. Second place, he's still out. What's going to have a battle? Green car. Yellow wheels and pink. This is the purple that the auto. To the spot by Lucas Design. Well, Johnson got his big ready to go. That's trying to hold on to it. He's got out of straight away to Lucas. Got straight away and a half over Connor. Too far over Adam. Not too far out of the bound himself. Oh, wow. What is this? We got left ankle and still left mountain still. These guys are 1 and 2. Right behind Dan will be Connor. Also fighting for that bump spot. One more Nitro race after this, if you're not able to get to here. They'll keep up, this is the game. Alright.
Alright. Nice buggy.
First one,
got king of the lap, or didn't even get out of the way. So fast and run, but it's racing. So we will do it next time. On to e-buggy. So see if we can get a beat.
Big lead over Adam. Brad got back to Damon for the bump. That's the green car chasing the purple and orange on the left side. Oh, comes up to the front, doing that Connor back.
Not a great race, but
You know what? Really fun day.
Making the
Get on
ball.
the next time.
all right, e-buggy main is over. Didn't really do that hot, don't do that one out, but man, like I said, I had a killer time today. So what we're gonna do is I'm probably gonna recap this tomorrow because it's after midnight right now, and I got a lot of packing to do and get everything going on. So anyway, we'll touch base tomorrow, and yeah, we'll get to editing. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the race day so far.
All right, guys, it's the next day, all unpacked, everything put away. Overall, super fun day of racing, as I said yesterday. I thought it was a really cool opportunity to be able to run the JW12 from Classic RC Company. Again, thanks Jimmy Woodley for the opportunity to do that. This motor is an absolute ripper. Idles forever. I mean, it'll literally idle, I don't even know, like probably like an hour. And then the craziest thing is, like, you let it idle for a really long time, it never really loads up. I don't know if it's because of like the timing in the ports or what, but it never really has to be like cleaned out once you let it sit and idle for a really long time. So man, excellent carburetor. It's very responsive to tuning adjustments, and you can actually hear the fuel mixture change real time as you're making the fuel adjustment. Same with the idle, it's very, very responsive. Like you're never doing major adjustments of the needles. You know, it's going to be half hour or maybe like hour adjustments. You'll notice that, and it holds a tune really well. One thing I want to hit on too about the engine, it feels lighter in your hand. The JW12 feels lighter in your hand compared to like a OS12 TG. I didn't weigh them, but yeah, it's pretty noticeable, the weight difference, so that's pretty nice. Also, the cooling head is much lower center of gravity, as well as it's wider, so I think it can kind of cool a little better in those hot racing conditions. As far as the performance of the engine, it makes some serious power. I mean, compared to like an OS12 TG, this thing's on another level as far as the overall horsepower. The way the power though is delivered is very, very smooth, so it's actually really easy to drive. You know, yesterday I only spun out twice, and there were some really, really slick track conditions, I would say, like in the middle of the day. And I went through the whole run, and I don't think I ever got loose at all, you know. And then looking at the A scales and even driving A scale, they were actually looser than I think this gas truck, which is pretty amazing, considering this is only two-wheel drive and has about 1.5 horsepower. So, you know, overall, super impressed with this engine. You know, I'm definitely going to buy one when they come out, and I think that you should too. It really is kind of a game changer for gas trucks. It makes them very drivable, very high performing. You know, I was racing, we had a field of 8 trucks, and I think it was about 3/4 of a lap up, anywhere from a half to 3/4 of a lap up on the field at the end of each qualifier in the main. So performs very, very well. So as far as fuel mileage, I'm getting about 7 minutes right now on a relatively conservative tune. I think if you linked it out more, you might be able to get, you know, closer to 8 minutes, which is perfectly fine, you know, for most situations. So fuel mileage is great, tunability is great, performance is unreal, reliability is fantastic. I did run into some issues, not really with the engine, but more so with the truck. I had a clutch spring break on me actually in the second round of qualifying, and I thought it was a tune-up of the engine. So I retuned the engine, and then it was still doing it during the main, but it was still good enough. I mean, this engine makes so much horsepower, even with a drag and clutch shoe. It had enough grunt to be able to kind of get going. You can see though in the video that it was bogging a little bit, and that's why, is because the clutch spring was broken in there. So I'm gonna get that fixed, and then hopefully if I can keep this engine a little bit longer, I would like to get it on the track again and show you guys what this thing can really do with a fixed clutch and then a dialed in tune on it. I think it's going to be really, really impressive. I mean, it already is impressive, but it's going to be crazy good once I get all that stuff addressed. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the race day. It's good to be back outside racing, and I guess we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.